When did blind trust almost kill you? We were halfway through Ms. Carter's history lecture on the Industrial Revolution when the fire alarm shrieked to life. A few kids jumped. I instinctively started gathering my things. Textbook, notebook, phone, just like we've been taught since we were 6. Line up, stay calm, walk out. But Ms. Carter just kept talking. Ignore that, she said with a wave of her hand, not even turning from the whiteboard. This is probably just another drill. I'm not going to let some ridiculous alarm interrupt your learning for the 5th time this month. Sit down. You sure? Asked Jason from the back. Ms. Carter shot him a sharp look. Jason, since when do you care about school policy? Sit down before you give anyone else an excuse to act out. Jason shrugged and slouched back into his seat, muttering something I couldn't hear. Anyone who gets up without permission will have detention. I don't care what the alarm says, she added, like she was daring us to test her. Something felt off. The alarm wasn't stopping. I subtly pulled out my phone under my desk, screen glowing in my lap. 3 missed calls from Kayla, my little sister. She was in 7th grade, just a few halls down. I opened the text she'd sent right after. Where are you? The teacher said there's a real fire. They're trying to find your class. I froze. Ms. Carter, I started, but she cut me off. Enough. No more interruptions. I got a text. I tried again, louder this time. There's an actual fire. They said, put your phone away, she snapped. You're disrupting the class. A murmur rippled through the students around me. I turned in my seat. Someone near the back had their window open. I hear sirens, a girl said. A moment later, someone else added, I smell smoke. Jason stood up. Screw this, he said, voice low but steady. I'm getting out of here. Sit back down, Jason, Ms. Carter barked. You step out that door, you'll be suspended. He looked at her dead on. Suspend me if we survive this. I don't care. He reached for the handle. The door creaked open and smoke rolled in. It wasn't a drill. The classroom erupted. Chairs screeched. People shoved and screamed. The hallway was already hazy. My eyes watered instantly, and breathing felt like sucking air through a sock. We pushed past each other, some stumbling, others yelling for people to keep moving. Jason was ahead shouting directions. This way, left, then out the gym doors. My throat burned. I grabbed the sleeve of the kid next to me to keep from losing them in the chaos. We turned the corner, seeing the double doors were open, daylight pouring through. As we spilled out into the parking lot, gasping, blinking, coughing, firefighters were rushing past us with hoses and oxygen tanks. One stopped and guided us to a triage area where medics started checking us over. Sit down, breathe slow, in through your nose, out through your mouth. Good. That's it. Kayla found me a minute later, eyes red and puffy. They said they couldn't find your class. I thought she hugged me hard. I couldn't even talk. The principal came storming over, his tie askew and sweat on his forehead. You're all right, he said, relief washing over his face. Was it fire or falling debris that blocked you in? Why didn't you evacuate sooner? Jason stepped forward, still coughing a little but looking defiant. She wouldn't let us. Ms. Carter said the alarm was a drill, threatened us with detention if we left. The principal's face darkened, eyes narrowing. She what? Jason pointed back at the building. Said her lesson was more important. Even when I said something, she blew me off. The principal didn't say anything at first, just clenched his jaw, then turned to the door. It seems like after seeing the smoke, she too thought she should leave. Ms. Carter, get over here now. Once these gentlemen check you out, you are done. This is completely unacceptable. He shouted this so loud everyone heard it. Ms. Carter wasn't going to be our teacher anymore. In fact, they may not even let her work in our district.